Right, so beautiful day yesterday, Monday. Here I am doing it Tuesday morning. First of all, DXY was irrelevant, which is great news for the metals because I think it's better if gold, silver, and the miners, which went up a lot, it's better if they go up regardless of the DXY because if we have a spike up in the DXY, it won't hurt as much, and if we have a drop, it'll probably help. So we just went up because we needed to go up, and it was beautiful technically. We'll get to that. But the point is, DXY, not relevant. Still holding up okay. Obviously come down from all the way down here at 100.5, pretty much 100, all the way up to 100.8. Incredible move. Dropped. It should just go sideways, and then it should retest a little bit. So we'll see what happens. But who knows? Inauguration time will probably come along by the time it's about to come back up, and then we'll see what happens. It could be a sell the fact by the time Trump's elected. The point is, though, it was irrelevant yesterday, which is wonderful news. Yields, same sort of thing. They've also come down, finding support. They should go sideways a bit more, and then they should go back up. But they were also irrelevant yesterday. In fact, kind of went up a little bit, which is even better. So dollar and yields irrelevant. Great stuff. Let's get to gold. Obviously, today it's too early to tell, but this is a good start. This was for me resistance 26.65. It was this line over here. We crossed it. We didn't close above it, but we did close higher than all these other tails. So it was a good day. And plus, we came from all the way down here. Very nice day. Why is it China buying? Is it the geopolitics of Syria? Now we've got an extra jihadist country, a big one too, geo strategically placed. It should have gone up for that reason also. It would have been good if we had 24-hour market metals, then we could really tell. But I think it was at least 50% because of Syria. But anyway, very good move for gold. Let's see if we can close above this level. To be honest, the real level now would be here. I'll leave it for that for now. 2680 would be good. But anyway, beautiful day for gold. It was up like over 1%, I think. At one point it was over 1%. Silver, amazing day. Now, I didn't get to do a video as usual. Recently, I haven't been able to do videos, which is really frustrating. I need that to end. I'm going on holiday soon to Seychelles of all places, so that is not going to help in terms of videos. But look at this. This was the obvious resistance, which I've had for quite some time. And silver, much stronger than gold, did close above resistance by a lot. Silver's up like 3.5% or something. Silver is outperforming gold. The miners are outperforming the metals. It's extreme bullish signal. So we bottomed here, and this is just really strong. Closing above 31.50, we went over 32, and we closed above 31.50. So next stop is a close above 32. And honestly, next resistance, it's not this. This used to be resistance. Next resistance is all-time high. Honestly, I don't see anything. Yes, we'll stop off every 50 cents or something, but I really just see 34.50. And again, like I said, 34 will be a stop off. We'll have a little bit of 33. I don't even need to write that in. 32.50. Every 50-cent increment for silver should be a stop off point. But I think we're clear. 33 might be a bit of resistance. We're clear to test all-time highs. Sounds crazy. Gold, just to go back to gold, gold would stop off. There's more resistance on the way. I mean, there's more clearly defined resistance. So 2,720. This is not really a resistance, but 2,720 is obvious resistance. And honestly, when I say obvious, it does become resistance because it's just too clear to ignore. This, like once you close above 2720, next up is all-time high. This will be a stop-off point. So that's why I've got the yellow indicators there. So gold, you've got two clear levels, the yellow indicated lines. And silver, I'm sorry, I brought up the other chart. Okay, yeah, so like I said, 33. I did mention 33 and then all-time high. Yeah, I agree. There's nothing really after 33. So there you go. Looks very nice. We just need that continuation. It's too early in the day to see what's going to happen. Let's go and check the miners. Now, miners had a very nice day. At the high of day, they were extremely beautiful, but they did close a lot. Not a lot, but quite a chunk off their highs. Now, this doesn't look like the best candle, but it's good because look, we closed down here. So we gapped, ran, we tested resistance perfectly, at least my resistance, which was above 50. I haven't touched these lines in days. So I didn't have 50 up here. So that one was really perfect, 50-50 GDXJ. But more importantly, we closed above resistance over here, closed above it. So now we've got to close above 50-50, yesterday's high of day. Then we run, and remember what the gold and silver chart are like. We take out the next resistance. There's not much room till testing the highs. So that's what I've got. Obviously, there'll be stop off points, but like 52 might be in GDXJ. I could draw a tiny line there. That's a bit of a level. Plus, it's too hard to run all the way up there. GDXJ looks really good, really good. It could have been a better close, of course. SIL J, I don't know why I'm starting with the juniors. SIL J, it was a good day. At one point, it was like up 7% or something. Or was it more? Was it more actually? Remember where we closed on Friday? Yeah, seven, almost 8%. It's a bit of a shame how much we closed off the highs, but today, if we can retest those highs and have another close above this 1750, that'd be good. It would have been better if we closed above this, really. To me, that was resistance, but still pretty nice gap up, close at least up 4.5%. There's a lot of resistance on the way up for SILJ. Unlike the others, unlike GDXJ, unlike silver and gold, SILJ has a lot of mini resistance, so I do expect a lot. And yesterday was a good indication. So let's see if we can close at least above 1250, let's call it. And then let's start assaulting the gap. But look at all these levels. I mean, these are my levels. Market might not care about my levels, but I can see clearly there's more resistance on the way up. And also yesterday's move wasn't ideal, but still, I'll take it. GDX, not the best, not the best. Honestly, it's a shame. I mean, this one closed at low of day. So even though we attacked resistance, we closed really, yeah, low of day. It was still up like 3%, which is actually quite good. It's just a shame. The miners, yeah, not ideal. Kind of need gold and silver to continue their assault. Silver is really what we need. That should awaken gold and the miners, especially silver. Yeah. So it would have been good if we closed above 38.50. I hope we don't go down to close the gap today. You don't always close the gaps, at least not straight away the next day. So far we're green. So let's see. We're going to close above this. Next stop, yeah, I already indicated all of them. Yeah, there might be one too many resistance, but these levels, nothing changes actually. Even though I haven't done a video in days, I think all the levels are correct and remain relevant. But yeah, GDX also lots of resistance now. SIL, much better because of silver. So SIL is the best one. I think that's really, really clear. I mean, look at that. We're close to all-time highs. And even though we closed off our highs, it's a pretty good close. I think even though we're up like only 1.5%, we're still holding up here. If silver continues its move, SIL will be the first one to make new all-time highs. No doubt about that. And in the end, look how this ascending held. Really nice support, congested area, and bam, we broke out. We broke out early. So yeah, next stop for me, you know what, I'll probably move this down here, make it 40, because that's twice now recently and it's a big round number. So 40 is the real level. We tested it yesterday. Today, if we were to close above 40, next stop, honestly, is all-time high. Probably got a little gap fill to do first. So SIL just needs like two decent days in silver, and we're making new all-time highs. Amazing. So it's probably silver and SIL that will lead the way. Now let's check quickly the stocks. Again, it's a shame. As usual, the seniors didn't do as well. Remember when they were leading the way a while ago during this period? That's going away. But I don't mind that as much because that's the signal of a real bull market when the seniors no longer lead the way, I think. Anyway, up 1.5%, that's okay. We know what GDX did. We know we closed near low of day despite the nice gap up. So Newmont is coming from the lows. I'm just holding. I got a decent amount in there. I should probably have a little less because, all-in sustaining costs and there's probably more juice in the other ones. So, but anyway, I'm ready to hold this for at least the move back up to 50, and then I'll probably trim on the way up and, you know, reallocate the proceeds to other stocks on a day where we drop. But Newmont, I'm holding. It's still got to take out this 40, sort of 40.5 zone over here. Sorry, 43.5. Yeah, it's still underperforming, and 1.5% is not ideal on that kind of a day. You would expect more, really. So I'm not going to get excited until we cross this line here. Let's just call it 44, to be honest. 44 would really confirm it. So that's all I'm going to say about Newmont. Speaks for itself. Barrett Gold. You know, it's a shame. Imagine high of day, you're looking at this at the candles, you think, wow, finally out of the bottom, but then you close down here. Again, another one that closed not even above 2%, near its lows. Look, we just double bottomed on Friday. You expect more, really, you expect more. So I'm not going to get excited with this one until we cross. I'm gonna move it up here actually. 17.8, especially after yesterday's move. Close above 17.8, then we can start attacking the old areas where we were. Agnico. Now, even though this is up not too much, we're holding all the way up here. Again, close at low of day. It's not a red day, it's a green day despite the red candle. We did make a new high, right? New sort of not a 52-week high, but since this bounce. So I mean, the next resistance really is just the all-time high, 89. Zoom out, remember where we are. So not worried about Agnico. It's probably the best senior there is. Up only 1%. It's okay. It's already done enough. So just need the whole sector to do well for it to justify a move to new all-time highs. I'm not even looking at the downside. I think we're just going to move up more. Pan American Silver. Now, SIL has shown you that we're leading the way, the senior silvers. So Pan American Silver doing this doesn't surprise me too much. Yes, it's a shame that it gave up so much, but I'm going to say that for every single stock, to be honest. We did close above resistance. For me, resistance is 23. We closed above it. We also filled the gap, so we don't need to worry about that anymore. I can remove this, for example. And actually, now the new resistance is this high. So now let's just try and break out of 2450, and then next stop is all-time high, just like SIL. So Pan America, great. And in the end, this did hold, didn't it? And this, I was quite sure about this, so I was happy to add down here. Pan America did its thing. New all-time highs are coming, I think. Once we take out this 26, up we run. Pan American Silver deserves to be testing 40 soon. So no problem with Pan American Silver. Wheaton did okay. Royalty stocks are not known for making huge moves on crazy days like this compared to the junior stocks. I think resistance confirmed itself here at 64, a close above 64, then we start hitting the next levels. So it was okay. It hasn't gone down as much as the others, hasn't gone up as much as the others, just doing what Wheaton typically does. Next is Franco-Nevada. Did okay, made new highs, sort of versus the bounce moves. So up 1.5, kind of, just like the others. So did its thing, acted, well, in accordance to its peers, I would say. But that was nice to see a new high there. Next stop is really closing, yeah, 126, which is kind of what it was doing yesterday, attacking 126. So I think resistance is correct there. I'll leave that there. Next one, Metalla, very poor, very poor. And that was up decently. I mean, look, Friday we lost support, close at low day, looking horrible, looking like we want to test all-time lows. Remember where we just came from $4 and now going all the way down there. It had bad news, so that doesn't help. And then of course closing at low of day, that didn't help. Um, at least we were green, but that's not good. Two and a bit percent is not good enough. It should have been up like 4%, 5%, I think. Needs to close above $3. I mean, I'm just gonna say $3. It's not clear technical resistance. I think you just need some psychological um performance here. I think it's more psychological resistance. I'd almost be in favor to add a little yellow mark. Metalla, poor, very poor. So gold and silver just making strong moves should bring us back above three, but it's really this 320. Once you take out 320, then you'll see a big move. Until then, it's not worth looking too much at, but it's definitely a hold down here. Who's selling down here? Jesus. Right, the silver stocks, the crazy silvers. First Majestic up 6.5%. Very nice. It was up double figures, wasn't it, at one point? Like 12%. I loved seeing that. And looks like this is no longer resistance. Yesterday's high is resistance. I already had that there. That was a high over here. Perfect. 680 is resistance. And I think it was before at some point, if I remember from over here. I remember the line from over here. So 680 for me is clear resistance. This I can also remove. Let's see if today we can attack it. It's quite a big move to do, especially after yesterday's move. So it'd be nice and a bit realistic if we sort of had another green day, closed just below 680. And I'm saying this across the board, respectively. All stocks today, the mining stocks, they could test yesterday's high, not reach it, but close green. And then next week or later on this week, we can actually make a new move to this like upper range. So very nice, but really 680 is the next stop. Then you can quickly run towards 8 as long as silver complies. So First Majestic, very nice. Good to see that this held. Remember, $6, just under $6, I was saying. That's exactly what happened. Beautiful stuff. Right. Pretty clear for First Majestic. Next one, Fortuna. Beautiful stuff. Fortuna, which was not as strong as its peers during this period. It was holding out better here. Yesterday's move, beautiful gap. We closed above resistance number one. First point to make. We tested. I mean, I don't know if I'm right here. I should be. This descending resistance. Also this high over here. For me, this area here, this 530 was resistance. We took out 534, 535 or something. Obviously, we closed all the way down like everything else, but we closed above five and above resistance. So for me, good day. Next stop is to retest this zone. This yellow thing should be a bit bigger because it's quite significant, I think. So let's attack that. I think we could attack that as long as we have a green day. Attack it, close just below it, and again, a couple of days later, breach it. Once you take out 550, you're really talking about all-time highs, gap fill. So all of these resistance are correct, and it was a very good day. Fortuna doesn't surprise me. All these little silver stocks, these mid-tier aggressive silver stocks did very well. Coeur d'Alene, my favorite again. It's first place, second place, first place, overall first place. Just sometimes EXK does better or something, but best one. This has been strong, had good news. Um, that's no longer resistance. Very nice. Opened at next resistance, closed just underneath the descending, retested the next resistance, really strong day, up 7%. It was up like obviously double figures, I think. Where were we? Yeah, 11, 12% standard move for CDE on a good day. Next stop. Yeah, I had all these little yellow marks, but they were all correct, I think. Next stop is really take out 750, 750, or maybe even yesterday's high is good enough, 744. You can close above that. New 52-week highs, obviously not all-time highs, but bam, you take that out and then you run. And to be honest, this will be irrelevant. This $8 mark. Can't believe I'm looking at that already. An $8 handle on CDE would do it. And its little friend, SILV, Silvercrest, same thing. Pretty much already testing the 52-week high of just under $12. You take out yesterday's high or you take out 12, you're running to all-time highs. So CDE and SILV, my favorite silver stocks. Well, CDE, obviously they're merging, aren't they? Heckler, that's been weak, but it's held this zone. This ascending has held. I said, if we take out this 540 where it was holding down here, I said, don't worry, there's immediate support here. 520 did its job several times, and bam. Obviously not the best day, but still up 6.5%. Pretty damn good. Another double digit, I'm sure. Resistance for me is this 630. It kind of tested 620, 630. You can see why here. I almost feel like moving it down to 620 just because it coincides with yesterday's high. But anyway, you see what I mean. I think realistically, a close just below yesterday's high on a good day today, if we get it, then we're running to the next areas. I think all my resistance really has been pretty accurate the last couple of days, and I think it's pretty obvious on a day like yesterday. I don't know. But yeah, let's see. We take out yesterday's high at some point, then we can run to the next levels. Very good day for hecklers. Thank God we've held this zone. EXK. So this one also held. It's a bit like Heckler, Pan America, like a few of these silver stocks. They held the ascending. I wasn't too worried. Down here it was weak. It was making new lows. I thought, nah, there's immediate support below on this ascending. Exactly what happened. Double bottom. Look where we were Friday. Holding the line, literally. Up we go today. Yesterday, 4.5%, not ideal, but at some point, very nice. No, we didn't break out of this. It's all about the close. We didn't close. So we've still got resistance. So here there's a bit of resistance to take out. I'm going to move this one there. You know, actually, it's not even relevant. We need to close beyond this descending and really to confirm, remember what I always say, you want to close above the horizontal immediately following the descending. So the real confirmation of breakout is a close above 460. And that will take some doing, a bit like the others, to take out yesterday's high. It will take maybe 2 decent days because we gave back a lot. EXK, very nice though, otherwise. Well, not very nice, just nice. The others are very nice. CD, Heckler, well, Heckler's good, but First Majestic CD, they were stronger, bigger moves up and clearer breakout of their resistance. EXK, not the case, but 4.5%, you do not spit on that. Mag Silver, good stuff. Yes, we didn't take out the resistance here. I'm going to move that up actually, just because of these two candles. But it's been holding out very well. It hasn't broken down as much as some of the others. It's a good day, 4%. It's not exactly an aggressive silver stock compared to Heckler, CDE, Fortuna, and it hasn't broken down as much. So if we can close above 1620, then it's one or two stops before all-time highs, 52-week highs. I'm just going to add this one because I think it's a bit obvious, but it wouldn't be strong. So very nice day. Next, sorry, Aris Mining to keep. I bought this. It's like the only one I bought in the last couple of days because I've already owned enough of the others. And it held another one who's ascending held, but this is not a silver stock. So this long-term ascending is really under underemphasized, I think. It really holds out more than the horizontals. I mean, so this held, and this was off bad news and a weak metal price. So that held nice, 1.5%. The stocks that have had recent bad news, they're gonna be the weakest ones, even on big moves up. They really need good news to then start outperforming. But yeah, look at that. Touch the gap. Again, I haven't touched these charts in a long time, so nice to see again another gap fill working perfectly. Touched it and then closed below the next resistance, which I had at 390. So it's a shame. But the gap fill's done. So you could almost remove this one. Needs to close above 407, yesterday's high. And then next resistance will probably be up here, 420. And then we start attacking the next one. Again, that will need the gold price to do very well because it's had recent bad news. So this one, I don't expect it to do too much. Maybe just hold off, sort of go sideways, maybe down a little bit if we have, especially if we have a red day. But hold this zone and then maybe start attacking again. We need gold price to do well again, or maybe something specific to the stock. I'm holding that one. I am gold. That's okay, 3.5%. That's been strong, had recent good news, I think. Resistance clear and correct. 575, really on the cent. A lot of these I got on the cent. And honestly, I haven't touched these charts in a while because I haven't been able to, which is why I haven't done videos. But very nice, 575. We need to close above that. Next stop, honestly, if we close above 575, 590 is such a easy next stop. But that should be mini resistance intraday at least. And then yeah, these are all correct. But yeah, good day, gave back quite a bit, like everything. So completely correct. I don't know what else to say. Very strong. Well, not very strong. Strong. B2 gold, not strong. After going down a lot, another one. Well, there aren't many, but like Metalla, let's say Friday making a new low, losing support, and then today obviously you're forced up because the whole sector's up, but not up that much. You see how the weak ones stay weak. 2.5% for one that's all the way down here, not good enough. Uh, yeah, but it's reclaimed the support. So let's see if we can now hold. Well, new support is here, or maybe it was always support because of that. So 260 and yeah, 295. That's a big range, but that's what you're stuck in. So you've got to take out yesterday's high before you can do anything else. This is actually, well, whatever. I'll just leave it like that. Weak. Equinox, not weak. Could have done a better day yesterday, but it's broken out of the descending, that's for sure. That can go. Um, this support still holds. Resistance is very clear, very correct. 610, not $6, 610. I like it when I get it right when it's, above something that should be obvious. So 610, you've got to really clear 610 and then you can hit next 52 week high, which is 650. Very nice. This is now out of the question, this support zone. I'm not going to look at support today. I'm going to stay biased and enthusiastic. So yeah, take out 610 or 612, whatever it is really, and you run there. And then you can start looking at the next stops. $7. I'll look at that later, but yeah, I think that's pretty close. We have two good days. We're closing above 650. Equinox is very strong and it's coiled. I can feel it. I can see it. It's like it just wants to go up here and explode. And it will. It will. I can see it. Speaking of it will, or explosions, SSRM. Now, this one, two things. When it came down on bad news, that next day really surprised me. That and the other stocks were going down or staying down. And this is off bad news. This is the Trump trade plus bad news. And it was resilient and it was strong and it was outperforming. And then there was like this day here where we were retesting $6 clear resistance. And then look what happened. One, two, three, boom. And this day here, obviously I couldn't have done it. I wasn't able to do a video yesterday, but yesterday we tested 660. We closed it. It was obvious that we were going to go higher. And then we had the kind of move we had yesterday. Sorry, I meant 2 days ago on Friday. While some stocks were making new lows like Metalla, you know, this one tested its 52-week high. Obviously, if we had a good day like yesterday, Monday, everything else up 12%. This thing was up 13, 14%, and this one did not close too much off its highs. This one, beautiful. First of all, the resistance that I had here, this is the old highs, it's obvious, but look at this resistance. It stopped randomly at 733. Not random to me. Long-term descending. If I was off by 1 millimeter, I probably wasn't. It kissed it. It literally went up, tapped the ceiling, came back down, didn't come back down too much. Amazing. And yes, I did have sales. I was selling on every. I sold this 659 or something. And then I was doing like I said, 699, 749 or something. No, we're not there yet. But every 50 cents, bam, 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 automatically. So what's next? Amazing, by the way. This is just superb. Long overdue. Long overdue. Remember the mudslide? I don't even know if there was news. Maybe there was. I'll check that out. But next stop, well, taking out yesterday's high, that I think we're ready to do just from how high it closed. We need a bit of a green. Well, maybe not, but a green day in the metals will almost guarantee it. Next stop, well, I've got every 50-cent increment. So 749, 799. And then once you get up here, which will happen soon if we carry on at this rate, then you start selling a bit more. So then it's like, I don't know, I'd probably sell 819, 820, probably 829. And then if we start going into the gap, I'm going to start getting aggressive with the sales because I don't know if we're able to go all the way back up here. That's just too crazy. But you'll have like 100% move soon or 50%, from six all the way to nine is 50%. I mean, basically my plan is to just keep selling and then put the proceeds in the other ones and then maybe return to SSRM later. But perfect day, perfect technicals, very, very happy. So I'm not adding new lines here. It's every 50-cent increment. The next clear technical resistance based on the candles is the open of this horrible day. And then the gaps after that. As you can see, I don't change any of the technicals. SPSW, it's a shame because it was also very strong. I think technically resistance was correct, 430, right? In fact, it tested that last high there. Close above 430, and then you're taking 450, and then you got your old high at 520. So SPSW, it's a shame we gave back, but still had a nice day. Technically, again, correct. Really, I'm very happy with the technicals of the charts. We just need the metals and the miners to keep going. And it's nice to see silver and SIL, the senior silver stocks, leading the way. I think it's indicative of maybe a return to the old highs. I think a lot of people were talking about gold going down. Let's go back to gold real quick. Gold going down to test like new lows, 2,500, 2,400. Nah, we've held. We haven't even tested this ascending. Well, we tested it here, but never retested it again, which is good. We need that little close above, 2680 and really a close above 2720. And then we're going to be testing and making new highs, which which would be wonderful. So, all right, that'll do. Very nice day. It's a shame we didn't close at high of day, but we can always retest it. And for the long term, we should be just as good. So, good luck.